Up next is darting birds. So with this block, this one's a really simple block, really. What I'm going to start out by doing is taking the largest size block that I have. I drew a line, you can see right here, and I'm going to sew a scant 1/4 inch on each side of that line. Once I've done that, I'm going to cut on the line. Then I am going to press my seams open. I'm going to ignore the directions. I'm going to press my seams open. Then I'm going to stop and square all of them up. There will be 6 of them in total. I am going to stop and square them up. Once I have done that, then I will be able to put my block together. It's going to go together like a simple 9 patch, so this one's going to be very quick and very easy. This is the perfect block to work on when you've only got a few minutes to sew. So here we go. Here comes the darting birds block. Here we go. It's time to put this together. As you can see, I managed to get all 3 blocks laid out here. I'm doing all 3 at once. But what I am doing is sewing the largest first, then the medium, then the small. I think it really helps me to do it that way because I've sewn the biggest, which is the easiest to sew. Then I go down to the middle. Because I've accomplished the large first, by the time I sew the middle, I've got some muscle memory of doing it. Then I move on to the smallest. So by the time I get to the smallest, which is the most difficult of the 3 sizes, I've already got the muscle memory of doing the other 2. So that's my suggestion for you today. I also suggest on this one that you lay it out and take a picture of it, or stand back and look at it, only because it's really easy to turn these half square triangles one way or the other so that the crown or darting birds is gone. To me, it looks like a crown. See right here. To me, that's a crown, but it's called darting birds. So I don't see the birds yet. Maybe by the time I get it sewn together, I'll see the birds. But anyhow, this is the block. We've got it down to a simple 9 patch. So as always, I'll sew 2, 2, and 2, add my 3rd, press it, then sew it together. Then I'll do 2, 2, and 2, press it, add the 3rd, sew it, press it again, sew it together. And then the exact same thing over here, press it, and sew it together. So when I come back, all 3 of my darting birds are going to be done, and I'm really excited because then we get to move on to our next block. I'll be back in just a minute with 3 blocks completed. And there is my completed darting birds block. I still don't think it looks like darting birds, but I'm not questioning that. But anyhow, here are my 3 blocks. They're all done. I've squared them all up. Every single one of them, I pressed the seams open, and what that does is it makes them lay nice and flat. There's no bumps, none of that. So we have now completed this block. This one I'm really excited to see how it is laid out in the quilt, only because I'm wondering if it's done on point or if it's done like this. I think it's like this, but we'll find out when we get to that point of this quilt. So thank you so much for joining me today, and I will be back soon with our next block in this series of Summer Moon Quilt Along.